Did you know that Caraga, authoritatively known as the Caraga Administrative Region or just Caraga Region and assigned as Region 13, it's a managerial area in the Philippines possessing the northeastern segment of the island of Mindanao. Caraga and Davao Oriental is the eastern extreme point of the country and dubbed as the sunrise capital of the Philippines. In this video, you will discover on what this province has to offer. Madyaw na pagkani nganhi sa Caraga.
Singadi kamo, Simbanwa ning Caraga. Welcome to Caraga, the town, your home, our paradise.
Banwagaw na matimawa, awim puno na waday pagbulong-bulongan, nayumunla ng katyawan nagaw, alamat kang magpapabayan.
Caraga Region 13. Caraga is an administrative region of the Philippines on the northeastern portion of the island of Mindanao, designated as Region 13. The Caraga region was created through Republic Act No. 7901 on February 23, 1995.
Tayo na, biyahe na sa bayan ng Caraga.
But before anything else, let us know why Region 13 called Caraga. The history of Caraga can be traced back to the 15th century when explorers discovered the existence of Calagans. Believed to be the Visayan origin is one of the three districts in Mindanao. The word Caraga originated from the Visayan word Calagan, means soul or people, while an meaning land. The Calagans has a long history of being brave and fearless. So the region was called by early chronicles as the land of the brave and fierce people. The region is composed of 5 provinces: Agusan del Norte, Agusan del Sur, Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur, and Dinagat Island, and it has 6 cities: Bayugan, Butuan, Cabadbaran, Surigao, Tandag, and Bislig, 67 municipalities, and 1,311 barangays. Butuan City is the regional center. The Caraga region, situated in the northeast section of Mindanao. It is bounded on the north by the Bohol Sea, on the south by the province of Davao, Compostela Valley, and Davao Oriental in Region 11, on the west by Bukidnon and Misamis Oriental of Region 10, and on the east by the Philippine Sea and the Pacific Ocean. The region has total land area of 18,846.97 km squared. This represents 6.3% of the country's total land area and 18.5% of the island of Mindanao. 47.6% of the total land area of the region belongs to the province of Agusan del Sur. The total land area, 7.22% of forest land and 28.78% is alienable and disposable land. Major land uses include forest land comprising 31.36% and 23.98% of agricultural and open spaces. The region is characterized by mountainous areas, flat and rolling lands. Mountain ranges divide Agusan and Surigao province, and sub-ranges separate most of the lowlands along the Pacific coast. The most productive agricultural area of the region lies along the Agusan River basin. The famous Agusan Marsh sits in the middle of the Agusan del Sur. Among the lakes in the region, Lake Mainit is the widest. It traverses 8 municipalities: Alegria, Tubod, Mainit, and Sison in the province of Surigao del Norte and Tubay, Santiago, Habango, and Quecharao in Agusan del Norte. Surigao non is the primary language that is inherent to the region. It is spoken by 33.21% of the households, followed by Butuanon by 15%, Kamayo by 7.6%, and Manobo by 4.73%. Cebuano is widely spoken by 33.79% of the households in the region. The rest speaks Bolohanon by 5.87%, Iligaynon by 2.87%, and other dialects by 7.20%. Surigao non is a local Philippines language spoken in the province of Surigao del Norte and Surigao del Sur and some portion of Agusan del Norte, especially in towns near Mainit Lake. The majority of inhabitants of the region are of Visayan heritage. The province is home to several minority groups totaling 675,722 in 1995, representing 34.7% of the region's population. Most numerous were the Manobos with 294,284 or 43.55% of the total population of ethnic minorities. Other cultural groups in the region with significant population were the Kamayo, Higaonon, Banwaon, Umayamnon, and Mamanwa. Most members of these cultural groups reside in the province of Agusan del Sur. Rich in natural resources, the region has large tracts of land available for development. The region is noted for its wood-based economy, its extensive water resources, and its rich mineral deposits such as iron, gold, silver, nickel, chromite, manganese, and copper. Its leading crops are palay, banana, and coconut. It has excellent tourism potentials because of its unspoiled and beautiful beaches, abundant and fresh seafoods, ancient and historical landmarks, hot and cold spring, evergreen forests, and balmy weather. Its long stretch of shoreline promises abundance in production of fisheries and aquatic products. With its large tract of fertile lands, the region has a great capacity in producing varied commercial crops as well as livestock and poultry. Major agricultural products of the region are palay, corn, coconut, gold, banana, rubber, oil palm, calamansi, prawn, milkfish, crabs, seaweeds, and mango. Caraga's proximity to Cebu and Manila makes it a favorable shipping point for products to and from these markets. The seaport port can serve as the secondary shipping hub to Cagayan de Oro when traffic volume from the other point in Mindanao increases. With the Roro ferry service now in place, Surigao City serves as vital transportation link for trucks and buses bound for Luzon.
Surigao del Sur is a province in the Philippines located in the Caraga region in Mindanao. Its capital in Tantag City. Surigao del Sur is situated as the eastern coast of Mindanao and faces the Philippine Sea to the east. Surigao del Sur is one of the suppliers of rice, bananas, and other tropical fruits. Copper, chromate, and silver are also found here. Marine and aquaculture is abundant in the province. Being a primary livelihood of the inhabitants as the province is been known for producing seafood and sea byproducts. Language. Surigao, known as the local language, is spoken in the district of Surigao del Norte and some parts of Surigao del Sur. History of Surigao del Sur. Before the Spaniards come, the Aborigines of the province were the Mamanwa and Manobo later. Our Malay brother from the Visayas come to settle with the natives. It was with the arrival of immigrants that province acquired its name from one of the natives, Salyagaw, who lived in the near of mouth of the river. The name Salyagaw was the later pronounced Surigao by the Haina. Surigao formerly was extended from what is known as Agusan, including the island east of the northern region of the Davao and the capital of province that time was the Caraga, and so Spaniards called the people Caragas. The province of Surigao del Sur was created as the 56th Philippine province on June 19, 1960 by virtue of RA 2786. It was formally organized separated from its mother province, Surigao del Norte, on September 18, 1960. Tradition of Surigao del Sur. Like Surigao del Norte, the Mamanwa tribe, also called as the Lumads, are the dominating tribe in Surigao del Sur. The Mamanwas believe in Anitos Babaylan, either in the Tahaw or the Supreme Being. Tahawan is the ritual. The ceremony of merrymaking are still practiced until nowadays. Festival of Surigao del Sur. Kaliguan Festival, June 21 to 25. Kagagwit, Surigao del Sur. A yearly festivity in honor of St. John Baptist, highlighted by search of perlas ng Kaliguan, beauty pageant and beach dance. Top tourist spots in Surigao del Sur. Surigao del Sur is one of the provinces in the Philippines which the famous of its mysterious yet amazing tourist spots. It belongs to the Caraga region in Mindanao, being Tantag City as its capital city. You may have heard some of the famous tourist spots in Surigao del Sur, like the Magical River or the breathtaking waterfalls. Ended Surigao del Sur is the blessed with a beautiful destination facing the Pacific Ocean, is stunning island and inviting for some island hopping activity. Number 1, Enchanted River. Enchanted River is one of the most visited tourist spots in Surigao del Sur. It is considered to be the most mysterious river in the Philippines, where the locals believe in creatures like fairies, pixies, and mermaids dwell. The water Enchanted River is very clean and clear. It's someone swim in this river as if he is floating in the sky, for it's very clear. 4. Cagaguayt Beach, which the name was derived from the local term Mura o Guait. It's a beautiful beach in the province. It is a long stretch of sea-shaped fine sand beach. The sand is the beach is not so white but is the very powdery and very soothing to the feet. The beach is made more decorative by the array of green trees and coconut trees. Number 3. Britannia Group of Islands or Britannia Island comprises of 24 beautiful islands, which is one of the most famous tourist spots in Surigao del Sur for island hopping activities. These islands are all famous of having crystal clear water and powdery white sand beaches. Among the 24 islands, the most popular are the Hagoni Island, Nakid Island, Buslan Island, and Hayur-Hayuran Island.
Faith, your ways valid for it. You've been trying hard, words still not come your mind. You've been trying hard, words still not come your mind.
Number 2. Tinoyan Falls. Tinoyan Falls is another breathtaking tourist destination in the province. It is being dubbed as the most beautiful multi-tier waterfall in the Philippines. The curtain-like cascading waters and camera-worthy. It has the 3 levels. The second level is the Mutalis in the Waveless, a favorite spot of the most visitors. One can get closer to the cascading water through a bamboo raft during 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The area shows a rainbow. Number 5. The Nosa Marine Park and Sanctuary is 111-hectare marine protected areas which is the habitat of different aquatic species, including the famous pawikan. This is where in the famous Sanctuary Cafe is located where you can relax and sip hot and cold concussion and native products.
Done, you'll be long gone and I won't even worry about it. Why worry when the moment tastes this sweet?
Number 7. Cantilan Island comprises of 4 popular beautiful islands with a different asset. Number 1. Cuyamao Island. The island is popular of having white sand beach and lots of vegetation. Most people say that if there one of icon represent Cantilan, it's this island. Number 2. Ayuki Island. This is the one unspoiled island in Cantilan. Good for surfing since waves are big here. Even kids here can surf. Number 3. Built Sanctuary of Injacan, a private island which is a good learning center of marine biodiversity in Kayangkin. Number 4. Isla Encantada. The island seems like the accurate pile of flat rocks with a white rest house at the top that will give you a thrilling 360-degree view of the. Number 6. Magkawas Falls is one of the hidden tourist spots in Surigao del Sur. tucking the forest and Lanosa away from the main road. This is fascinating falls surrounded with the endemic species of Fiora and Fiona green trees of different types. The falls is about 40 feet high with a cold and clean refreshing waters. It has the natural flag fall that we can go deeper than 7 feet. It's just a few walk away from Lanosa Marine Park and Sanctuary. Number 9. Cabgan Island, one of the stunning tourist spots in Surigao del Sur, known for having a long stretch of the white sand beach. This is an island with a beautiful combination colors. White sand beach, green island full of different kinds of trees and blue sea. Cabgan Island is a good camping, swimming, and kayaking. Number 8. Lasuitan Falls in Lagoon. Is probably the most fascinating falls in Lagoon in the Philippines. This is one of the extraordinary tourist spots in Surigao del Sur. This is not the usual falls where that water comes from the forests or mountains. It's coming from the ocean. It's splash of waves coming from the Pacific Ocean, blocked by 20-foot black limestone barrier. The create a waterfall effect. Every splash surely amazing. I would then flow and spell on the
Surigao del Norte. Surigao del Norte is the second northernmost of the Mindanao province and is an important transportation hub between Visayas and Mindanao. Numerous ferries cruise the Surigao Strait between Surigao and the island of Leyte, carrying vehicles and passengers between Liloan, southern Leyte, and Surigao City. The history of Surigao del Norte. Surigao del Norte was once a part of an old territory that existed in northeastern Mindanao called Caraga, named after the people called Calagans who were believed to be of Visayas origin. They were the inhabitants of the province that time. In 1538, Francisco de Castro, a Portuguese-born Spaniard in expedition from Ternate in search of Loaiza, landed on what presently is Surigao del Norte province. Thereupon, he baptized the inhabitants to Christianity. Historically, the early Spanish settlements were established in Tandag. In 1638, the Recollect had a resident in the town of Tandag, Butuan, Sidargo, Bislig, and Linao, a town located in the interior of
Culture of Surigao del Norte. Surigao is home to the Mamanwa. The Mamanwa are nomadic in nature, relying on hunting and gathering to survive and grow minimal crops such as yam to supplement their foraging activities. The Manobo subsistence pattern is, on the other hand, semi-nomadic, relying mainly on shifting agriculture with hunting and gathering as supplementary activities. And their dance are showcased in local festival called Bonok Bonok, held at the feast of San Nicolas de Tolentino, which is held annually. The best tourist spot in Surigao del Norte. First is Cloud9. Cloud9 is one of the most visited tourist spots in Surigao del Norte. Did you know that Siargao Island, especially in the municipality of General Luna, is famous as the surfing capital in the Philippines? It gained its reputation from this huge wave called Cloud9. Eventually, the local called this surfing site in Siargao as Cloud9. Every year, there is a domestic and international surfing competition in Siargao sponsored. Second is Daku, Guyam, and Lake Island are favorite destination for island hopping in Surigao del Norte. These three islands are blessed with powdery white sand beaches. Daku Island is the largest of the three, where one can enjoy the white beach or have a shade on the cottage and drink some fresh buko juice. Guyam Island is a small one with few trees, while the Lake Island is the smallest but without any vegetation but pure. Third is Sohoton Cove National Park. Sohoton Cove National Park is one of the most popular tourist spots in Surigao del Norte. It is reserved and protected area where one can witness plenty of small slit covered with green trees. There are many caves in Sohoton Cove that you can explore, and there is an interesting one where the exit is diving board platform where you have to jump down the cliff. Best food in Surigao del Norte. First is sayungsong. This famous Surigao delicacy is a kakanin wrapped in banana leaves with the color and consistency of a puto or rice cake. It makes up glutinous rice, brown sugar, calamansi juice, roasted peanut, and coconut milk. Sayungsong comes out wrapped in banana leaves. Some people say it tastes like puto but with coconut milk. This can be easily found in public market, food stall, and pub. Second is puot ginamos. Puot ginamos, this delicacy is unfamiliar to tourists and even Filipinos coming from Manila. Puot ginamos is unique and tasty treat from Surigao. This flavorful delicacy is made of small fishes, locally known as puot. This type of fish can only be found in Philippine shore. Third is kinilaw. Kinilaw is a common dish for many provinces. What sets apart Surigao kinilaw among others is its exotic flavor. Travelers all over the world and within the country visit Surigao for its delicious kinilaw. This local delicacy is made of raw fish and it does not involve festival in Surigao del Norte called Bonok Festival. Bonok Festival is a colorful festival displaying the Suriganon tribal culture through road moving. It is multi-day long celebration denoting the Surigao city's yearly party festivity which is celebrated each September 9. Bonok Festival is another colorful that can be
Dinagat Island. The place was called Dinagat. The municipality was formally established in 1855. It occupies the territorial boundaries of the whole island from 1890 to 1990. Its boundaries were gradually reduced, giving rise to 6 municipalities which is Lorito, Cadianao, Libjo, Basilisa, and San Jose. Culture. The Dinagat Island. Cebuano, mga pulo sa Dinagat, Surigaonon, mga puluhan Dinagat, Waray, mga puruhan Dinagat, Pilipino, mga isla ng Dinagat, are a group of islands constituting a province in the Caraga region in the Philippines. Located on the south side of Leyte Gulf, the island of Leyte is to its west, across Surigao Strait, and Mindanao is to its south. Its main island, Dinagat, is about 60 km, 37 mm from north to south, declared a province in 2006. The Dinagat Island comprised the second newest province of the Philippines, with Davao Occidental 2013 of being the newest. Dinagat Festival, a famous Philippine festival celebrated in the island, is the Dinagatan Festival. The occasion brings together all of the 7 municipalities of the province in one yearly celebration. This festival, also known as Bugkusan sa Isla, rekindles the rich history, arts, and culture of the islands. Top tourist spots in Dinagat Island. First, Bitaw Beach. Hidden on the southern part of Lalaking Bukid, a major island in the province, is a lovely pocket beach called Bitaw Beach, which is one of the famous tourist spots in Dinagat Island. It features a powdery white sand beach decorated with coconut trees and being bordered on both ends by impressive towering limestone cliffs. This beach is also known for its turquoise water, which is very alluring for swimming. The next is Kabakungan Cove, another beautiful destination found on the northern part of Lalaking Bukid. Same island where Bitaw Beach is located is a mesmerizing cove called Kabakungan Cove. It is a long stretch of white sand beach fringed with coconut trees and towering limestone cliffs and boulders. The seawater on the beach is normally calm and crystal clear, abundant in corals and marine life forms that makes it a perfect destination for swimming and snorkeling. Next is Isla Aga. Isla Aga is one of the famous tourist spots in Dinagat Island, which is mainly composed of limestone rock formation with growing vegetation. Atop the limestone rocks of the island offers a beautiful view of the nearby island islets. There is an alone small pocket of poison beach on the island where visitors can enjoy swimming in a small hanging beach. This include island is surrounded by crystal clear water teeming with marine life.
I'm so sorry, say one more time. Do you feel my love? Yeah, I know you're mine. I'm so sorry.
The next is Pangabangan Island. Pangabangan Island is one of the paradise islands in Dinagat that covered with lush greens. It has a beautiful white sand beach fringed with coconut trees, hung limestone rocks scattered on the shore, and clear water suitable for swimming. The most outstanding features of this island is the white tidal pool or blue lagoon that every good swimmer will be excited to swim and snorkel around. The tidal pool is being enclosed by islands towering rock cliffs that covered with trees.
Take it over, take it over.
The last is Sundayo Beach. On the eastern side of Hakakhak Island, one of the major islands in Dinagat province, is where the lovely beach called Sundayo Beach is found. It is composed of white sand beach, coconut trees, noticeable rock formation dotting the coast, and mind-blowing crystal clear waters. This is where most visitors have their lunch on an island hopping tour while enjoying the tropical ambience of the place. And also be amazed by their mouth-watering gastronomy, for there are varieties of seafood available like clams, crabs, squids, and different species of fishes, and many more which you often eat at home like an elephant never forgets when you get to explore the Dinagat Island.
Sur is a landlocked province located in the Caraga region in Mindanao. It borders from the north clockwise Agusan del Norte, Surigao del Sur, Davao Oriental, Davao de Oro, Davao del Norte, and Bukidnon. The province was established on June 17, 1967, when the former province of Agusan was divided into two new independent provinces, and they are Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur. The province of Agusan del Sur is divided into 13 municipalities and one city. The capital is the municipality of Prosperidad. Agusan del Sur is the fourth largest province of the Philippines, blessed with a vast agricultural land and natural tourist spot. Several years back, the province attracted the attention of the crowd when the largest crocodile in the world ever measured was caught in Bonawin lurking in Agusan River.
Agusan del Sur is the fourth largest province of the Philippines, blessed with vast agricultural lands and natural tourist spots. Several years back, the province attracted the attention of the crowd when the largest crocodile in the world ever measured was caught in Bonawen lurking in Agusan River. Since then, more people began to wonder about the tourist spot in the province. This led travel enthusiasts to experience the amazing natural destination in Agusan del Sur, which include wetland, mountains, waterfalls, rivers, and a lot more. Moreover, travelers and adventurers who want to support the tourism in the province began exploring more places to visit. They found out present caves, hidden in jungle, and several promising tourist sites. Agusan del Sur is a fertile landlocked province with the famous Agusan River is almost at its center. The river flows from south to north, which seems to divide the land. Forest-clad mountain ranges are positioned on its western and eastern side, forming a valley at its center area. This province belongs to Caraga region in Mindanao and being surrounded by neighboring provinces of Agusan del Norte, Surigao del Sur, Davao Oriental, Compostela Valley, Davao del Norte, Bukidnon, and Misamis Oriental. Over 7,000 residents here speak in mainly Cebuano, Manobo, Filipino, and English languages. The town of Prosperidad serves as its capital. The province is also home to ethnic tribe with a variety of cultures and tradition. The region is dominated by 5 groups who are said to be the first settlers in the province: the Manwa, Bagobo, Manobo, and Higaonan tribes. The best recommended food in Agusan del Sur of Caraga is sweet tooth, one of their sweet delicates, namely salbaro, a dry cassava, peanut biscuit, other called kaykay, and other durian product. Best tourist spot in Agusan del Sur. First, Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary. A tour in Agusan Marsh Wildlife Sanctuary will be a very unique and unforgettable experiences in Agusan del Sur. It is considered as one of the most ecologically significant wetland in the Philippines, encompassing about 14 hectares of interconnecting rivers, channels, lakes, swamp, forests, and hydrophytic plant. Next is Mount Magdiwata. Mount Magdiwata is one of the tourist spots in Agusan del Sur, a favored tree-carved destination among the local and foreign mountaineers, standing about 592 meters above sea level. It is a beautiful sight to behold, especially in the town of San Francisco. Most tree-carvers react the summit plateau in just one day, where it offers beautiful view of Agusan Marsh and some part of the province. Next is Biga Falls. Biga Falls is considered as one of the most amazing waterfall in inter-province of Agusan del Sur. It is a fertile falls of refreshing and cold water hidden in the jungle of the province. Each fall has its own catch basin good for swimming. However, the first area of the topmost waterfall is the most impressive of them all. The water cascades on the gigantic limestone boulders down the wide basin below. Picnicking, swimming, and climb jumping are the best things to do here. Next is Tugunan Falls. Tugunan Falls is also one of the known destinations in the province of Agusan del Sur. The water cascade on both sides of boulder that looks like a Hajj block. The flat surface at the top called a very ideal spot for climb jumping. It is recommended to us the local for safe spot. It's also a wide deep basin stable for swimming. Next is Givong River. Givong River is just one of the ideal destinations in Agusan del Sur for river cruising. It's a wide and calm river with abundant greenery on its banks. If you are one of those nature lovers and seek serenity, surely this destination should not be missed. This river is also a source of water irrigation to more than 6,000 hectares of rice field in its nearby municipalities and serves as the only gateway to Beniva Falls. Next is Beniva Falls. Beniva Falls is a very refreshing falls where the crystal clear water from spring and creek cascade on the limestone boulders. It is positioned on the path of the Jungle Clan mountain of the province. It is not very known and less visited, but it is a favorite destination among the local of the town. Visitors have to cruise down the Givong River to reach the falls. Next is Ongob Cave. Ongob Cave is one of the best spelunking destinations in the province of Agusan del Sur. It is a very pristine cave list known even in neighboring province since it is hidden deep in the jungle. It has a hatch opening inside the cave. Water are coming from different directions, but local drink is believing that it is a source of healing that cure different illnesses. Amazing stalactite and stalagmite formation can be found in the cave. One of the most prominent formation is the Golden Staircase. In addition to the adventure, you have to freak approximately 3 hours to reach the mount of the cave. Contact the tourism office of Prosperidad to arrange your adventure here. Next is Puting Buhangin Cave. Another awesome caving destination in Agusan del Sur is the Puting Buhangin Cave. It's also full of amazing stalactite and stalagmite formation, but this cave will give you both creeps and excitement if you are new to caving. It is a challenging terrain site where you need to climb up and go down, pass through small opening, and some passageway demands you to submerge in cold water the half of your body up to your neck to be able to pass through. Next is Agusan Capitol Complex. The 200 hectares Agusan Capitol Complex is the set of province's government where the contemporary design Capitol building is located. The best time to visit here is June, since that marks the week-long celebration of the Naligayan Festival. You can witness the indigenous tribes showcase their cultural music, rightful dance, performances, and native product. Socio-cultural events are being held in this complex, especially in the Naligayan Culture Center. Last but not the least, the Giant Tuog Tree. The Giant Tuog Tree is one of the iconic landmarks of Agusan del Sur. This is considered the tallest tree in the Philippines, standing about 65-meter height, 3.6 meter in diameter, and estimated to be more than 300 years old. It's said that decades ago, woodcutters are unable to cut down the tree using axes and manual saw due to it takes trunk. Even a typhoon failed to bring this tree down. The tree is found roadside that makes it perfect stopover destination among motorcycle riders and curious visitors.
Agusan del Norte is a province in the Caraga region of the Philippines. Its capital is the city of Cabadbaran with several government offices located in the city of Butuan. It is bordered on the northwest by Butuan Bay, northeast by Surigao del Norte, mid-east by Surigao del Sur, southeast by Agusan del Sur, and southwest by Misamis Oriental. Cebuano or Bisaya is the main language used in this province. One thing that is great in most places in the Philippines, most of the people understand Tagalog and English. Prior to its creation as an independent province, Agusan, as it was once undivided, was under the jurisdiction of Surigao Province during the Spanish colonial period. In 1911, Agusan was separated from Surigao by the American government, creating the Agusan Province. In 1967, Republic Act 4979 divided Agusan into two independent provinces, Agusan del Norte and Agusan del Sur. On August 16, 2000, the seat of provincial government was transferred from Butuan City to Cabadbaran through Republic Act 8811, although the province is yet to complete the transfer of provincial services and function to the new capital. In 2013, the Diocese of Butuan reported that Roman Catholicism is the predominant religion of the province, comprising roughly 71% of the population, and significant minority belongs to Iglesia Filipina Independiente with 10%. The remaining beliefs usually belong to other Christian denominations as well as Islam. Naligayan Festival is celebrated every second week of June. This week-long festival in Agusan del Norte features socio-cultural shows and fairs involving indigenous groups. The highlight of the festival is the climb to the top of the waterfalls of Agusan del Norte. Dagkot Festival is celebrated every second day of February. The word Dagkot is a Cebuano idiomatic term meaning to light. Cabadbaran City, the capital of Agusan del Norte, province in Mindanao, celebrates the Dagkot Festival annually to honor the city's patron saint, Our Lady of Candle, Nuestra Señora de Candelaria. The Dagkot Festival was inspired from the Catholic faith of lighting a candle for thanksgiving and lifting up one's prayer to the heavens. It is also the Cabadbaran Pride because the Dagkot Festival is the Caraga region's biggest and largest candle lighting celebration. During this moment, the parish church became stunningly brightened in the evening as hundreds of believers joined and gathered to pray and offer a candle to the Virgin Mary. Here are some of the tourist spots in Agusan del Norte. Balangay Shrine Museum is established in 1979. This cultural heritage museum includes ancient wooden boats and other artifacts. It is the repository of the Butuan boats or balangays and other artifacts excavated at the site that prove of Butuan's pre-Hispanic existence as well as its rich cultural heritage. Bolihon Beach is one of the most popular tourist spots in Agusan del Norte on its coast facing the Butuan Bay. It is a long stretch of white sand mixed with coral beach. Vinafor Blue Water Resort is a blissful resort perched on a rocky shore facing the Butuan Bay. This is an ideal site for barkada outing or weekend getaway for families. The resort has wide pools, an awesome man-made pool on a cave, cottages perched on the stone cliffs, concrete pathways to explore the area, and even interesting sculptures of Jurassic animals. Tagnote Falls is one of the known tourist spots in Agusan del Norte favored by the locals. The 20-foot high waterfall cascade on a rock cliff down the 10 square meters wide basin, which is about 3-foot step. Sakak Falls is another famous waterfall found in Agusan del Norte. It is a 3-tier waterfall with refreshing and crystal clear waters surrounded by lush greenery. The first waterfall basin is not an ideal site for swimming since the water is too strong. Butuan National Museum is another known museum in Agusan del Norte which showcases the historical and cultural collection found in the province. The item inside the museum includes the parts of balanghay or balangay which were accidentally discovered by the locals.